In 2013, Man of Steel dropped, marking the first installment of DC's take on a cinematic universe, spearheaded by Zack Snyder. Then, after a smorgasbord of strange decisions and bad movies, the DCEU, or Snyderverse as it would later be called, was cancelled. However, DC still saw potential despite this failed first attempt, so they appointed the one and only James Gunn, most notably known for directing all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, on top of DC's The Suicide Squad and the first season of Peacemaker. So DC saw the potential with Gunn and saw an even better opportunity after Marvel just kicked him out. So DC officially made James Gunn along with Peter Safran the new CEOs of DC, giving them full reign for a new attempt at a DCU. So they started with Superman, and it was such a breath of fresh air from the typical grounded and realistic takes that have become the norm in superhero movies. So, yeah. Now you're all caught up on the last 2 videos that I made about DC. And at the end of my Superman video, I say, so looking at my previous video, my excitement was well warranted, and James Gunn really delivered something special. I'm super excited for everything that's to come in the DCU, and now I have no doubt that Gunn is going to rock it. Well, now has come the time where DC really needs to press forward in expanding their universe. Recently, we got a Supergirl trailer, which looks absolutely amazing, but just 11 hours ago, at the time of recording this, we got our first trailer for the Lanterns TV show. For a little bit of context, Green Lantern has always been my second favorite member of the Justice League, right behind Batman. And the Lantern Corps are easily my favorite part about the DC universe. He was also my main in Injustice 2. I love the Lanterns. So Lanterns, the show, was high on my radar and my most anticipated project of the DCU thus far. So how was the trailer? Not good. So in this video, I'm going back to my roots. We're gonna look at this trailer and see why it worries me so. I mean, it's Green Lantern. The amount of color and awesome visuals and fights that can come out of a show like this is insane. It can also expand the universe out into space, which is just so hype. I mean, look at Guy Gardner from Superman. He was so cool in that. So let's take a look. No. Wait. All right, I'm seeing a problem already. Do you see it? I hope so. Now, it's no secret that direct-to-streaming movies and TV shows are this generation's equivalent of straight-to-VHS. There's quite a minority of streaming originals that are actually good, especially when we're looking at superheroes. With Marvel, you had things like Loki, but you also had things like She-Hulk and Secret Invasion. With DC, shows like The Penguin are some of the most incredible and rich pieces of media I've ever consumed, but then you also have post-season 5 CW Flash. But hey, at least this is on Max, which is actually one of the better streaming platforms, instead of something like Hulu or the dreaded Peacock.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
What? Did you hear that? I hope we heard the same thing. He hasn't worn the ring and they've been training for 2 months. Now, hopefully I'm not being overtly pessimistic about this, and this is actually the start of the show rather than the entire first episode. I will say I like the Hal and John dynamic, and I like the idea that Hal is training John in being a Green Lantern. Though I find it a little strange that Hal wouldn't have him try the Green Lantern ring just yet. I feel like that would be kind of the first thing you want him to try when you're recruiting a Green Lantern. I mean, in most iterations, didn't Hal literally get his ring from just some random alien? Like he was already a Green Lantern just from the get-go? Why isn't John? Though I will say the Lantern ring looks actually dope as hell. I can't lie.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher.
Don't get hung up on jewelry. Buddy, that's his whole thing. Your whole thing comes from jewelry. All your powers come from jewelry. You should be focused on the jewelry.
You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
Then why are we here? If the ring says you're not ready to be a Green Lantern, why are we here for him to be a Green Lantern?
All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
Okay, I stand corrected. He probably uses the ring there. A little weird that the trailer wouldn't show him using a construct. This feels like a perfect spot to show a Green Lantern using a construct. But I'll give the benefit of the doubt here.
Something is off here. I can feel it.
Okay, this is where we really get into nasty territory. This is where we start to see some glaring flaws with this show. In case you couldn't tell already, this looks boring, color-wise, obviously. This looks like a typical cop buddy drama and not something that would be a Green Lantern show. Green Lantern's whole thing is color. All the Lanterns' things are colors and different colors. It was a whole joke that the color yellow is actually Green Lantern's weakness. So for there to be this like very bland landscape and nothing really colorful or interesting has happened so far is a little worrying. Now, you would think a buddy cop drama, Green Lantern style, would be space and them traversing the planets, because that's what the Green Lanterns do. They maintain order across galaxies. But no, we're just gonna stay in fucking Yellowstone. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, look at this shot. You could not have made a more boring looking color palette. This is beige, white, brown. Even the American flag looks colorless.
That's stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Take a look at that suit. I didn't know we were doing the poop lanterns. Now, I've seen people try to defend this as, oh, it's gathering dust in the closet. What dust accumulates like that? Literally, the suit looks in perfect condition, except that the parts that should be green are brown. It looks more rusty than dusty. Look at the emblem. That doesn't look dusty at all. And that's what I mean. This would look like such a good suit if it was green instead of brown. But this is a bit worrying. We are halfway through the trailer, and everything that should be colorful is not. The only green thing was the 2-second shot of the Green Lantern ring, which I would hope so. But still, you would think a Lanterns TV show would have a little more color to it, right? Now, this isn't all bad. Maybe Hal is past his prime and kind of lost some of his willpower, which is why the suit is freaking brown. But maybe John can teach Hal a few things about the world and whatnot. I mean, the way I see it, I feel like you would kind of lose the value of one planet, even if it was your home planet, if you're the one governing hundreds of planets. So maybe by John showing Hal or reminding him of all the beauties of the world, maybe we'll see that green suit. Or maybe that's John's suit, and because he's not ready yet, it's not a green suit. But then some people defend this suit like, oh, look at Guy Gardner's. His wasn't all green. Yeah, you don't need to make an all green suit, but you gotta make it look like a Green Lantern suit. Something a Green Lantern would wear. There's green highlights on Guy Gardner's suit. He does Green Lantern things, so it makes it look like a Green Lantern. This is the Pooh Lantern. This is in brownest day, in stinkiest night.
We both know I do a better job of this than you.
That is a random stray. Why would you say that to your literal mentor? Whatever. Oh, did you see that? That was a slightly yellow frame. What? This is insane.
As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired.
What is all of this happening? There is no constructs. There's no Green Lantern action happening right now. There's literally nothing happening. When it comes to a superhero piece of media, especially a DC or Marvel adapted show, I should be able to tell from the very first frame exactly what hero you're trying to adapt and exactly what vibe you're going for. Could you tell me from this frame here that this was a Green Lantern show? Hell, if you took out the Green Lantern ring, the suit, and the names, and showed the rest of the teaser, would you be able to tell me that this was a Green Lantern show? I wouldn't. Okay, there it is. There's one instance of Green Lantern using his ability, which is flight. Because when I read my Green Lantern comics and consume my Green Lantern media and play my Green Lantern, the first thing I think of is, Where's his flight? I think he's not missing anything else about his hero appearance or powers. Oh, I stand corrected. There was actually a lantern right there, and the lantern looks fine. They somehow made that look even bland. Though I will say I like that shade of green. Just, you know, I just like that kind of green.
Your time is up.
Look at all of this stuff happening. This is a nothing burger. This is a nothing burger. That is how I would describe this. It is posing as a Green Lantern piece of content. You got the Green Lantern names, you got the Green Lantern rings, you got the ring, if we're being honest here. And then you also got the lantern, flight. But what else do we have? What makes this a Green Lantern show? I'm seeing people dive out with parachutes, running. Was that John falling? As if he can't fly? Now that goes along with a theory that I am terrified of, which we'll get to later in the video.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Are you? Are you a Green Lantern? I couldn't tell. He's literally beating him up. You have a ring. You could do so much with that ring. So many creative things to get him to talk. And you slam him on a window. This is just the Rookie. This is just the Rookie. This is just Yellowstone. This is just 911. This is just SWAT. This is just a bunch of different police shows. I'm looking for lanterns. Space cops, not freaking county police.
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
One of them's also a planet. We don't get to see any of the aliens or any planets or anything like that. This is all set on Earth. But just, like, something's not right here. So this trailer really worries me. And it worries me so because of a few crucial things. Now, of course, to determine a show's success off of 1 2-minute teaser trailer is ridiculous, obviously. However, this teaser trailer is going to represent what I'm gonna be watching. And by the looks of it, this is gonna be the show. Now, I'd like to be optimistic about the show. Like I said, I love Green Lantern, and I want to see this show do really good. So I'm hoping that this teaser trailer is to get people talking. I feel like it's slightly intentional that there's no green in a Green Lantern-based show. Matter of fact, I think it's also intentional that there's hardly any color in a show like this. In fact, they use the most bland and basic colors. I feel like that is possibly intentional. And my hopefulness is that this entire teaser is 1 episode. I know that sounds insane that a trailer would be for 1 episode, but I hope that this is the first episode instead of the first season. That goes to a more pessimistic theory that I am absolutely terrified of. John says it's been 2 months in training and he hasn't even worn the ring. I really hope that this entire show isn't just John training and at the very end he finally is ready for the Green Lantern. I don't think any sort of development or arc or anything like that would work in this show. Have him grow as a character, fine, yeah, do that. Have him struggle, use the ring. Have him kill people accidentally using the ring. Have him have to realize the power he holds. But give him a damn ring! And that's just the problem with this here. You have such a space-heavy, color-heavy, action-heavy, creative-heavy group of characters. And you know what I saw in this trailer? None of it. Like I said, this is only trailer 1. They're probably gonna give us some before it comes out. Did it say when it comes out? August. Comes out in August. So there's plenty of time to give more trailers. Maybe show a construct. I feel like that should have been the first thing you show. But I want to be optimistic about this because I feel potential in this. And what makes this even worse is that it feels too grounded. What made the DCU so unique in my eyes and what made it so fresh was the way it felt like it was ripped right out of a comic book. In Superman, there was just shit happening. Monsters appear in the middle of the city. The villains have crazy plots and plans and schemes, and it works because that's the vibe you're going for. But then to switch it up with this buddy-buddy cop drama with characters that usually are in space, not in space, characters that do fictional, outlandish fantastical things, and suddenly that's too fantastical for you? Superman and Mr. Terrific literally just stopped the Earth from splitting in half. But this worries me more than just the show's success. It actually goes to a worry about the universe's success. Because I could forgive this if it was just a dud or something like that, but look at some of the other projects. Peacemaker Season 2 was not that good. The one time it set something really interesting and cool up, it immediately fell flat in the final episode. Keep in mind, that's the last season. Peacemaker is not coming back, and the finale wasn't good. It didn't satisfy. And I worry that Gunn is structuring things weirdly. He clearly structured season 2 of Peacemaker really wrong and not entertaining. And I hope he doesn't do something like that with Green Lantern, where you have a season of just bullshit filler, and then now you gotta watch season 2 and 3 for him to really do the Green Lantern stuff. I'm watching Lanterns for fucking Lanterns. I'm not watching Lanterns to watch Yellowstone. And oh my god, the worst part about this is that I am looking at this Green Lantern suit here, and I am thinking to myself, Zack Snyder did it better. You know, that one Green Lantern body in that one scene of that one movie. Part of me hopes this is just to get people talking. The ugly Sonic technique, as some would call it. Some people think that ugly Sonic was on purpose, so then they could fix it later, which gets more people talking. But then you also have to wonder, is a company smart enough for that? Maybe. But looking at season 2 of Peacemaker, how it took literally the whole season to get to an incredibly important plot point, which just so happened to be the second to last episode of the season, I really worry that season 1 of Lanterns is gonna be the exact same thing. The whole season is gonna be uneventful, and then at the very end, the last episode or two, you're gonna cram in all the stuff that would have been cool for a Green Lantern show had you have done it from the start. I hope this show does well, and I hope my pessimistic outlook is proven way wrong. But like I said, a trailer is supposed to show you what it looks like. And if this is what it looks like, this show is going to suck. But of course, time will tell. The show comes out in August, and we have a lot of time to really ponder whether or not this show is going to be good or not. I will be watching the entire show, and I will probably make an update video to see if my worries were in check or not. And I really hope that my statement in that Superman video was not me speaking too soon. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy. As always, like, subscribe, and comment as I reply to them all. All of them. I want to see your takes on whether or not you're excited for Green Lantern, and if you think this is going to be as bad as I do. Once again, I'm streaming on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday, 5 to 8. Come stop by. We have an amazing time. This wasn't the video I had in mind, but I saw this Lanterns trailer, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this. So anyway, yeah, that's it from me. So, yeah, bye.